Hello and welcome back. This video is not financial advice, and always do your own research. As many of you guys are aware, meme coins on ETH right now are absolutely flying. There has been a ton of different trending coins that have been performing very well over the past month. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on a sub $1 million project that has a great narrative, a great community, and the potential to 10x. For those of you not familiar, I'm a huge Simpsons and South Park fan. And of course, I enjoy a good conspiracy from time to time. In particular, I've always been fascinated with how the Simpsons have been able to predict the future on so many different occasions. The most notable prediction of all time is Trump becoming president. This was aired prior to Trump ever having an interest in politics. The episode first premiered in 2000 and it was named Bart to the Future. You can clearly see Trump heading down an escalator as he is on his way to win the presidency. This picture actually was replicated in real life, which makes it absolutely even more crazy. In 2016, there was an episode named Friends and Family that premiered the Apple Vision Pro prior to any concept of that being a thing. In 1995, they predicted FaceTime. They predicted Lady Gaga was going to perform at the Super Bowl. In 1993, The Simpsons predicted the COVID-19 epidemic, and so many more. The list goes on and on and on. Well, what if I were to tell you that The Simpsons, a decade before Bitcoin's first day, predicted crypto in general? In 1997, The Simpsons aired an episode that featured the CryptoBarn. This was a building that had a bunch of foreshadowing elements to cryptocurrency as we know it today. Just below CryptoBarn, it said a place for codes. Again, this was long before Bitcoin itself or any DeFi was ever introduced. So with this meme coin project, a foundation of community members are trying to bring this into the mainstream, being that a decade before Bitcoin, there was the CryptoBarn. And so with it, the Barn token was born on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, as it stands right now, CryptoBarn's Barn token is relatively unknown. It is brand new into the crypto scene, and that is why it is sub $1 million in market cap currently. To be more specific, right now it's just over $300,000. That means if it even reaches just a $3 million market cap, it would be a 10x from its current position. So it is, of course, high risk, high reward, but I've checked out the community and they are all super legit. In my opinion, this project has a super strong narrative mixed with a solid foundational community. And that's why in today's video, I wanted to take a deep dive into CryptoBarn to see what's going on. First things first, we are here on DexTools checking out the CryptoBarn token with the token ticker BARN. This is on the Ethereum blockchain. Now they are down 28% as of today, but throughout this video, if this project seems like something you may be interested in, think of it as a discounted price. You're going to be able to get into this project right now for a reduced rate. Market cap sitting at 332K, and for what I've seen from this community as well as the overall narrative behind this meme coin project, I think there is some real potential here. As I mentioned in the intro, I'm a big fan of the Simpsons conspiracy theories, how they've been able to time and time again predict the future, in particular the biggest one, Trump becoming president, him on the escalator. Absolutely wild. Well, CryptoBarn is something that is inside Simpsons, so I really like the overall narrative with this project. As far as liquidity, that is 100% burned, sitting just over 50,000 for the liquidity, and they are at 860 holders. So this is the ground floor foundation for this meme coin project. When you find a solid project like this with a market cap at 300,000, what I like to do is think of it as soon as it reaches 3 million in market cap, that is a 10x. Very achievable to see from this current position. And then one step back from that, once it reaches 1.5, 1.6 mil in market cap, that is a 5x. What you could do is you could sell half your position in CryptoBarn. You would make back your initial, some additional, and you'd have a giant moon bag of CryptoBarn. That is personally how I'm going to play this one. As far as the DEX score for this project, 88 out of 99. Contract is renounced. Contract is verified, no on the honeypot, and 0% on both the buy and sell tax. Now for CryptoBarn, as far as its trading history, we can see launch on May 27th, and there was a rise all the way to their all-time high on June 4th, which was a little over 1 week ago. We have seen a consolidation down to its current levels, but because of the solid community and because of the awesome narrative, I do believe that they will soon be repassing their previous all-time highs. All right, now that we've gone over their chart, let's head into their website. Here we go. Welcome to the barn. First shown in 1997 on The Simpsons, CryptoBarn hinted at the future. The Simpsons told you first. You can see here a picture of Homer Simpson. Again, you can't buy this on Uniswap because this is an Ethereum token. We have that contract address listed. Now, down in the description box below, you can find all the links for this project. Now let's read a bit deeper into the Barn token. We are more than just another meme coin. We're the community, unraveling the mystery behind the Springfield's strangest prophecy. Decades before crypto became mainstream, The Simpsons quietly hinted at the future driven by cryptography hidden behind the doors of a mysterious crypto barn. We can see the picture here, CryptoBarn, a place for codes. So the initial episode, again, launching in 1997, a decade before the first day of Bitcoin, and you have the Simpsons cartoon talking about crypto. Absolutely insane when you really think about it. So born from this legendary prediction, the Barn token brings together meme lovers, crypto believers, conspiracy curious minds, all on Ethereum. Together, we're decoding the future one meme at a time. Join us and see how deep the rabbit hole goes, or Barn really goes. To be specific, the episode launched on March 2nd, 1997. The Simpsons aired Season 8, Episode 17. The title is My Sister, My Sitter. Hidden in the background of Springfield's newly opened Squidport sat a strange little shop, CryptoBarn, a place for codes. No one knew it then, but the store wasn't just a joke, it was a prophecy. Long before Bitcoin, before anyone talked about decentralization, before Ethereum, seed phrases, and cold wallets, the Simpsons saw it coming. CryptoBarn stood there selling loads of codes, hinting at a world where cryptography would underpin global finance. In just a few seconds of screen time, the biggest animated show on Earth predicted the entire blockchain revolution. Fast forward to now, CryptoBarn is more than just a meme, it's a movement. The Barn token is the first meme coin to publicize this deep-cut narrative, turning forgotten background lore into on-chain mythology. The barn doors are unlocked, the padlock is swinging, and the CryptoBarn is back open. Now I'm going to go ahead and play you guys this video here. It just kind of illustrates the background lore from this episode in a cool, about 15-second video.
I'm so honored that Springfield has been chosen to host all these upscale chain stores.
Work on Phoenix, which continues to be in kind of alpha/beta.
Organize a different way, you start to see network structure. So out of that, we create a logo called the Triskelion.
Buy crypto, suckers!
Some of the creators of the XRP ledger actually had been early engineers that worked on Bitcoin, and they saw some of the scalability problems that Bitcoin's likely to have.
So a bit more than 15 seconds, but it was a great illustration of the lore behind the CryptoBarn. Again, heading back into the tokenomics, it is a 1 billion token supply. Again, 0% tax, liquidity is locked, and the contract is renounced. Again, with this project, very, very cool narrative, especially for anybody out there that is interested in all the other predictions that the Simpsons have made. Again, having the CryptoBarn featured in 1997, a decade before Bitcoin, is absolutely huge. And to be able to get on board for a meme coin project with such a cool narrative, sub $1 million in market cap, in my opinion, is just a really cool play. And there's just a lot of potential here as the foundation continues to build. There is a lot of room for growth with this project. And again, I, for one, am going to be buying a bag. Nothing excessive, but this is one that I feel comfortable putting a little side money in hopefully 10x. But who knows? At the end of the day, there is no guarantees in the world of meme coins. But for me, this one is a solid play. It is only available on Uniswap, no centralized exchanges as of now, but that's of course how you acquire these sub-$1 million type projects. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is some other Simpsons crypto predictions. Reading the newspaper, you can see Donald Trump in the background, who of course is now our president, long before he was even a political figure. And in the magazine here, you have Pi Network for the year 2030. And as you know, Pi Network right now sits in the top 100 of all cryptocurrencies. Pi right now sitting number 29 out of all crypto with a $4.1 billion market cap. So absolutely huge. Pretty awesome. If you want to watch more YouTube content about CryptoBarn, they do have a section here, CryptoBarn Believers, with a few different YouTube videos. All in all, like I said, solid community. That's why I'd recommend you guys to join in on their Telegram so you can get an idea for yourself. Join in, ask any questions that you may have, as well as start getting involved. Again, sub-$1 million project that I think is a really good play. Over on X, formerly Twitter, their handle is CryptoBarnCTO8. Here we have CryptoBarn. They are verified. Before Bitcoin, there was CryptoBarn with the token ticker BARN. They have their Telegram linked here as well. As I mentioned, check down in the description box. You can also find all of their links there. And I think this picture does summarize this project quite perfectly. As far as the narrative for CryptoBarn, this is predicted since 1997, and right now being sub-$1 million levels. I think this one has some long-term play. Then for any of you guys out there that want to take your chance at a giveaway, just 12 hours ago, CryptoBarn did come out with a giveaway. So we have back in 1997, the Simpsons predicted crypto, and now it's your turn. We're giving $150 USDT to 5 winners. That's $30 each. All you have to do is follow CryptoBarn, like this post, retweet it, and comment your boldest crypto prediction. So right now there is 38 comments thus far. So being that there are 5 different winners, you have a pretty good chance at winning yourself 30 USDT. So if you made it to this portion of the video, I definitely highly recommend you go ahead and take part in this challenge. For all of you into any Simpsons conspiracy theories, this project just might be one for you. Last post we're going to talk about here, always knew crypto and blockchain would be the future, and you have the Simpsons family in the future holding a chart with a little Ethereum pad here. Very cool stuff. I'm a big fan of this project. I'd like to know your thoughts, though, down in the comment section below. So either let me know what you think about CryptoBarn or let me know of any other projects that you are currently interested in. Please keep in mind that although I am a fan of CryptoBarn and plan on buying myself some Barn tokens, this video is not intended to be financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and investing in cryptocurrency can be risky, so please always do your own research. With that being said, that about wraps it up for this video all about CryptoBarn. Again, go ahead and follow them over on X, formerly Twitter. Also join in on their Telegram community so you can go ahead and check out how awesome this foundation community is. I do hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.